Did someone dream about the Backrooms sometime?
Not enough podcast about fast food. Not enough podcast about movie. Not enough podcast where two average guys talk about those things for you. Movies over my hammy. Movies over my hammy. Wait, what's the show?
Welcome to Movies Over by Hammy. It's a podcast where each week we watch a movie and we compare it to the movie menu that it is tied into at a restaurant possibly. And in lieu of that, such as this week, we will be comparing it to a movie or a Moons Over My Hammy sandwich from Denny's, which is a sandwich that has eggs and cheese and ham and buttered toast, and it usually comes with hash browns on the side. My name is Andrew Santoro.
I am Adam Ordall Quinnell. I am also here. You might be surprised because I'm just talking now.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your first episode that you're listening to, it probably isn't, so you're not surprised.
Yeah, it's true. But today we're going to be talking to the Backrooms.
So hold on.
We've got a very special guest, the director of the Backrooms.
No, we don't. Wouldn't that like
Adam? Edit him in. Just cut up other interviews he's done and intersperse them as though we're asking him questions.
So I guess perhaps the way that you've done the introduction is part of your charm. Mm-hmm. And we're going to bank on that. I definitely wouldn't appreciate a little bit more energy off the top when I have just been ready to fucking rock this whole time. And then,
I woke up. I sidled out of the
woke up. No, hold on. I believe it was more something like I woke up briefly, and went back to sleep.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
I texted you, not everybody is a psychopath like me who wakes up at fucking 4:45 regardless and just has a cat like fucking talking to him right in his face for an hour and a half.
I have that, but then I go to the couch because otherwise the cat doesn't stop talking to me. And then, who knows when I wake up from there.
Only talks to you because you forget your phone, which has your alarm on it or whatever. And that's like in the bedroom.
No. That's out there with me. I have a sleeping disorder.
I know you do.
It makes it hard.
I don't want people to think I'm giving you shit, like actually giving you shit, because it is 100% okay.
Adam likes to give people with disabilities a hard time.
Okay. Yeah. Well. All right.
I'm joking.
So this week we're talking about not the Backrooms.
No.
The film.
That's what the sequel will probably be called.
Kane walks into a studio and it's like a whiteboard and he uncaps the thing and he goes he writes
Backrooms the with a money sign.
Yeah, but it's the English pound that looks like an
yes.
E. That's the famous James Cameron story where he writes aliens with a dollar sign, and then they're like, "Whoa, guy made Terminator 1." They call it Terminator 1, even though Terminator 2 hasn't come out yet.
He's probably gonna make Terminator 2, and he's probably gonna make it with a money sign called Terminators.
So this week we actually went to the goddamn movies. Like Sixkull, like Sixkull and Gebert, like Sixkull and Gebert before us. The great
Ebert and Roper, who I grew up on.
Or Gebert and Groper. We went to the fucking movies. How was your movie? Don't talk about the Backrooms yet. I'm curious about how was your movie theater experience when you went to see this film?
One of the most psycho groups of people I've ever. I mean, I've had two in general worst like theater viewing experiences, and it was this movie and then the movie The Square, which like The Square is all about like, social.
Is it about me in high school? The Square? Is it about
Square? Pretty good.
I was bullied.
No, that one's all about like social norms and like, hey, should you speak up about stuff? And everyone in the audience was like a lunatic because it was like we got free tickets through like a screening program, and there was somebody
Jesus.
chewing their nails in front of us the like entire movie.
Oh,
like,
no.
Full hand and mouth.
just like, and they got that hoof and mouth disease from it.
But
before we get to the pandemic really fucked me up for chewing on my nails. Like I used to chew my nails. I literally stopped chewing my nails. Like I used to chew my nails like a fucking psychopath, or an obsessive. Sorry. And now I just never chew on them at all because pandemic. So this was a psychotic movie experience for you. I'm using that word a lot, but it's just because I was reading about psychopathy before we started this. So
yeah. Let me see. What was the big thing here? In general, Kelsey usually likes to sit on one of the side things, because the idea being like, how movie theaters are split into your 3 quadrants, your left and your right, and then the big middle section.
All right.
And we'll usually sit off to a side.
I don't know why you have framed this in a way where now if I respond, it sounds like I'm being critical of your wife, because that sounds like...
I don't like it.
That's the worst.
I would prefer to sit in the middle, but...
Well, because you want to hear how the movie sounds, maybe?
Oh, I want to see it the right way, but...
You don't want to... I want to hear it the right way. You want to see it the right way.
As a person who's much shorter than I am, usually you will have less tall people sit in front of you. And usually there's just less people who want to sit on the side, so less people sit around you.
Fair, that's good.
For this one, oh boy. We settled into the sides, and then just a group of the youngest teen girls, it's like a row behind us, and man, I was so proud of their ability to read, because during the trailers, I was like, oh, this is going to be quite the viewing experience. Every trailer... when the title would come on, they would go, "The Death of Robin Hood." And I was like, oh, yep, you read the title of the film. You sure did.
That's really good.
Yeah. And, yep, that played out through the rest of the movies. That was pretty good.
Wait, that played out. So they kept saying that every time text would come up on the screen, pots.
No, they would be like... Man, it was whenever there was silence in response to like a tense moment in the movie, one of the kids behind us would be like, ooh, or like, yeah, like, just the...
What a weird way to experience this movie specifically.
And then 20 minutes in, there was nobody in front of us, but 20 minutes in, like a whole group of people fill up the entire row in front of us. And one of them proceeds to like pick at their head like a monkey for like the next 10 minutes of movie. I was like, what's wrong with you? Stop doing that.
Oh my God, dude.
And like they had popcorn held by the center person. And every time any one of the other ones wanted to get some, they would put their whole like head down.
Huh. So they looked like they were going down on the popcorn?
Yeah.
From your perspective, they're doing the popcorn trick, but with a blowjob, which doesn't make a lot of sense because there's a lot of popcorn between you and the like. Oh, if you get through all that popcorn, there's a little fucking treat waiting for you. It sickens me to my core.
Yeah, it was a crazy thing. It was so distracting to just see this visual of this person, like this screen-lit person in front of me doing all of these things.
Well, that would make sense that you would have a generationally bad film watching experience for a generational film like this. For YouTube, the movie.
Yeah, this is a real youth's the movie.
So I want to talk more about movie theater stuff, and getting caught up. But I want to talk more about movie theater stuff, not getting caught up. But before that, You got any you got anything you want to tell me? You got any secrets? You got any secrets for your buddy, Adam?
I've got some developments in the world of food. Do you want a little bit of food news as a little aperitif?
Food news. Yes. It's a segment.
All right, let's see. I've got a few, as always. New Oreo X.
The episode that I edited, Congo episode, right? You tried to do something like, I'm so sorry. People listen to this. They like clearly hear Andrew trying to do stuff and me just going like, what the fuck? No. You were like, I've got some options and I'm going to give you a chance to choose. And I was just like, just fucking tell me about it. By the time you explain the options, you've told me the thing. So let's just fucking go, buddy. And I like how you threw that out now. And you're like, I've got a few things. Oreo and who? Me and
Oreo who? And BTS cookies.
Ooh.
Starting June 8th, Oreo partners with popular K-pop group BTS to release new limited edition Oreo X BTS cookies as a worldwide launch across over 80 markets, including here in the U.S. The new sandwich cookies consist of purple chocolate wafers with a hotak flavored cream or brown sugar pancake on the packaging. Hotak is a popular street food that features a chewy fried pancake with a slightly cinnamony brown sugar filling.
Whoa.
The cookies feature 13 embossments designed by BTS for their fans to celebrate the group's 13th year.
They probably used AI for that, huh? You think the BTS people just put stuff in ChatGPT?
These are fairly boring. I don't think they would bother because they just seem like they're quotes.
Oh, I see.
One says, the biggest love, comma, BTS Army. Our universe, comma, BTS Army. Our happiness, comma, BTS Army.
Hey, so this could be a future episode for us.
To eat BTS Oreos.
Eat cookies. We could eat the BTS Oreos and listen to BTS and talk more about K-pop, something we have a bit of expertise in from the past. Episode 1.
I mean, we probably know about as much as the people commenting on this announcement. My introduction to BTS was a bad lip reading song, Sample of My Pasta. It's available on YouTube, and the video is something else. I'm pretty sure the video is the band's original for their song Idol, with creative lip reading added. Yep.
What?
That's usually what those
did
are.
you explain what the Oreo flavor was?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Yes, the pancake, the cinnamon. Yeah, I'm with it.
I mean, it sounds fine. Sounds good fine to me. I mean, as good as Oreos go. Yeah.
So speaking of cinnamony, my wife was helping out at a free market, like a socialism thing. So I went and did some was adjacent to some socialism yesterday, which feels good. But they had these chicken burgers that they were giving out, right? And they run out of buns. So my wife grabbed a bagel. So they were using bagels for the buns, which is like upgrade, fucking, upgrade. I get a bagel for a bun. Upgrade. But so
this is weirdly going to tie in with at least one Denny's post I found today.
So she grabbed a bagel randomly because we were getting ready to leave, put the chicken patty on it. We got home and I microwaved the whole thing, like wrapped it in a paper towel, microwave, make it all soft and hot again. And I was like, smells like cinnamon. And she'd grabbed a cinnamon raisin bagel. For my chicken sandwich, and it was good as fuck.
Yep.
And that's all I could think about after you said gooey cinnamon pancake filling. I was like, oh yeah, dude, I gotta eat a chicken sandwich on a cinnamon bun. I don't think it was cinnamon raisin, it was just cinnamon, like cinnamon swirl.
Yeah, that cinnamon raisin would be pretty bad for that specifically, I feel like.
Well, but here's the thing: you go to Emily's Lebanese Deli, in Minneapolis. There, you get your fucking chicken rice. It's got raisins in it.
Yeah, and I mean,
it's good as fucking hell.
My favorite Indian dish over here has the golden raisins in it. And cashews, I believe.
Ooh. Oh, cashews are bomb. So what the fuck do these commenters have to say about the BTS Oreos? You said they don't know much about K-pop?
Yeah, I mean, I love Korean food, don't like Korean music. So that's like a good welcome comment.
What? I like...
Multi-million-dollar collabs such as this are the reason why a bag of Oreos now costs $5.49. No, I'd say that's probably like a lot of things. I think
it's not why. I would say right now, if I had to put money on it, I'd say Strait of Hormuz.
Well, there's also like this cool thing that like the pandemic happened and all the companies were like, how high can we make the prices go? And then the pandemic's, ended as much as it ever will be.
I love that. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
But then companies are like, what if we just left it all there and acted like that's what it was the whole time? They were never going to lower those prices. I imagine thinking they were ever going to lower those prices. We got the price of eggs to go down after it went up. That's the only time that will ever happen. Yeah, that's like, the president's head would have directly been, claimed if the eggs had stayed at that price. So that one went down, I feel like. But other than that.
Yeah.
I've got a different one that I thought was very fun.
Food news number 2.
Because this is, I love whenever a company tries to do this. It's new at Church's Chicken, Churchy sauce. Church's adds new Churchy sauce to its sauce lineup. The fast food.
It's got emulsified Bible pages.
Yeah, it's got Bible goer or Bible readers.
Bible glue at least.
Yeah. Church's adds new Churchy sauce to its sauce lineup. The fast food fried chicken chain describes the new sauce as the perfect balance of sweet and tangy with a smooth, creamy finish that keeps you coming back for more. Rich, bold, and just bright enough to wake up your taste buds. While the sauce's name may seem silly, it's a throwback reference to the chain's original mascot. Churchy was introduced in the 1960s as a cartoony, plump, and happy chef. His image is featured on each cup of Churchy sauce. Now, this one was shared to brandeating.com.
Hell yeah, brandeating.com. Brandeating.com.
Of course, got the same 4 people that comment on all of these.
The brand eaters.
Oh, yeah. This is their life. I'd never heard of Churchy the mascot.
How miserable would that be if this was your life? I mean, come on. What if you
had to talk about these guys?
Yeah, and it wasn't even your life? What if you just did it?
Yeah, what if you just chose to do it? I'd never heard of Churchy the mascot, but I have a different association with the name. Growing up, my dad would sometimes say, "We better hurry so we can beat the Churchies," referring to the churchgoers if we were going to a restaurant on Sunday around the time the local church service is finished.
I thought he was going to say we got to get there to beat the Churchies, we're going to kick their fucking ass. We got to hurry up if we want to get there in time to beat the Churchies.
Follow up from our number one mod who always follows up. Better than what my father said. He called them holy rollers. Google tells me that's not an offensive term, though is derisively, which surprises me. Anyway, I live a few minutes from a Church's and had no idea they have a mascot either. I Googled to see if the mascot was still in use, and this post is the source of some of the info in it, so I'm guessing not. Follow up to that one. I like that the mascot from the 50s, 60s was described plump and happy. It was a simpler time.
Wow. Rather than just plump or happy.
Mm-hmm. So that's back when fat shaming wasn't a thing. So fat shaming definitely not a thing back in the 50s and 60s.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, you think about Curly Joe, and he was definitely the most well-treated of the Three Stooges. Yeah. Because they didn't want to be perceived as fat shaming.
Yeah, they didn't want to get canceled.
Yeah, they didn't want to get Mo Howard didn't want to get canceled. For fat shaming Larry.
Follow up to that comment.
Curly Joe. Larry's the bald guy.
Yeah. Follow up to that one. Really? Do we have to ruin this place too with that slop?
Wow.
Just the worst people.
Just yeah. Look, I come to brand eat. I will not have woke get into my brand eating.
Just I my favorite thing about all these commenters is they will just respond to everything with the longest unrelated story. So you're just like, I see that Church's currently doesn't have a fried chicken filet sandwich, just a chicken loaf patty. Classic chicken. Huh. Oh, well, they don't really seem to do anything better than Midi, except maybe their stupid good honey butter biscuits. When I used to visit my folks near Detroit, there was one of those combination White Castle churches, and you could order from both at the same time. I ended up house sitting out there for like 3 weeks, and it got ugly. Greasy ugly. I had to win bets for my wife to perform wife duty until she could finally forget.
That all sounds so heinous. I'm upset. I'm truly upset from having to hear that.
Greasy ugly.
There's no amount of weed and energy drink could possibly prepare me for greasy ugly. And that's fine,
yep.
You know. What else we got for food news?
I think that's let me see. Let's close it out on a good one. And it ties us right in. West Mifflin police charge ex-Denny's worker with lewd behavior in restaurant.
What?
So that's pretty fun.
Mifflin, that's where they make the textbooks.
Yeah, all the paper. That's where The Office lives. That's where Michael Scott lives.
He's we were supposed to think he was good, I think.
By the end, yeah, you were supposed to be like, isn't it good that he was a bad guy the whole time? And I was like,
yeah,
I don't know. A little like the Backrooms. A little like the Backrooms. West Mifflin police have charged a former Denny's employee with exposing himself to 3 customers while he worked at the restaurant. Name of person, 29 of Lincoln Place, is facing 3 counts of indecent exposure, 1 count of disorderly conduct, 3 counts of harassment, according to a criminal complaint.
Thank you for anonymizing them, Andrew.
I don't need to say their name out loud.
We're not trying to dox people. We don't need our listeners to go find that person's social media.
According to the complaint, 3 women had entered Denny's at approximately 4 a.m. Sunday. After they were seated at a table, a person made a lewd comment, the complaint says. He then exposed himself and masturbated in front of them, according to the complaint.
Oh, he did a Louis. He did a Louis C.K.
One of the women told the manager on shift at the time what happened.
Excuse me, can I speak? She asked him. She asked the guy that had just fucking
your manager
just jerked his worm in front of them, and they're like, can I speak to your manager? And he's like, yeah, I'll go get him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, I didn't know. This isn't how I thought this was going to go. I thought you would be appreciative.
Well, this one's pretty bad. Yeah, I thought you'd be appreciative. This was me trying to do like at Italian restaurants where they ask you if you want the cheese.
Yeah, say when. Say when. When.
The manager...
I can't really stop it, actually, now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better about portioning off. The manager on shift told the employee to leave and said it was not the first time that they had made inappropriate comments or actions. That's a pretty bad one.
These ladies were getting ready to go to church. They're going to go to the 6 a.m. church service. They go to Denny's at 4. About the time I woke up this morning. Yeah, dude, you don't want that. I don't support any of that.
Yeah, that all
I do think the
bad.
idea of somebody doing a Louis C.K. in front of you and you asking to speak to their manager once they're done. I think
or while they're doing it, they're just like just
Tim
a
Robinson.
minute, just a minute.
Just hold on, I'll go get him in a minute.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Oh my God, dude. I think we're making that too funny. It's actually
it is quite bad.
It
would be
like,
truly traumatizing if it happened to me.
Well, that was a fantastic installment of Food News. Thanks for bringing me up to speed. I felt like I'd been in the dark for over a week because I don't know we did record last week. I felt like I've been in the dark for a while.
Masturbated on what?
Yeah, exactly. This is how I find out who did a Louis C.K. to whom. Now you covered your crazy movie experience with This Generation.
Yeah.
I had a different movie experience. I went to the 9:45 a.m. showing at a small Cinemark. Cinemark. No, that's when I
just
go.
A tumbleweed. You were in the film with a tumbleweed.
You know. You joke, but there was actually a few people there. I thought I was going to be the only person because there was no ticket sold when I got up, but a couple people showed up. Now, you say that in jest, right? But my dumbass literally says, like, I'm in Los Angeles. Shouldn't there be a 7 a.m. showing of Backrooms somewhere? Like, I'm in fucking LA, dude. Isn't there like a 7 a.m. showing
like a
of He-Man?
24-hour continuous loop?
Isn't there a 24-hour theater run by robots where you just go there and pay?
A way movie theater.
So I had to give Brittany a ride, my wife a ride to somewhere to do activism stuff.
Sure.
Community activism.
And you're like, I can't help with that. I got to go see the Backrooms.
So I do help with stuff sometimes. I am also a leftist, but she participates more than I do because yes, I am. Didn't need to fucking call me out, I guess. But so I dropped her off at her thing, and then I drove to the theater, and I was like, I got there at like 9. I got to my seat at like 9:49, right?
Sure.
And so you're like, oh man. And then because I go to the theater so infrequently, I forget that it's literally 30 minutes of trailers and ads. I didn't need to get there. You don't need to get to a movie theater until 25 minutes after it starts.
Yep.
The start time. That is, it's fucking insane to me. And you really only end up seeing like 2 or 3 trailers. The rest are ads for shit. And I am so tired of the ads for the concession stand coming right before the movie starts. Do you and this got to be an old stand-up bit. Do you expect people to get out of their seat?
Yeah.
Are you reminding people now, right before the movie starts, that fucking concessions exist?
I imagine they have to.
Wait, there's popcorn out there? I didn't see it, hear it, smell it. I didn't see it, hear it. No, then I'm not trying to be ableist. This is an able-bodied person, presumably. Oh, there's a lobby? There's a lobby I could go to get a snack?
I just sort of backroomsed into this theater. I didn't know there was...
I was in a furniture store, and then the guy from the puffy chair was there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just,
there was like 5 other people there to continue to finish my movie watching experience. There was like 3 or 4 other people, 1 person at the end of my row. I did actually sit closer to the wall than I normally would just to give myself some distance. But it was it was a totally fine movie watching experience, but it did remind me why I don't go, because it's like 12, but it's like 10.75 for a matinee, and then it's like you sit through 35 minutes of fucking trailers. I am glad I saw Backrooms in a theater specifically, but we'll get to that when we get to it. What do you happen to remember? What was your first movie theater experience? Do you remember?
My first movie theater experience, I've always been told, and I don't remember it.
Well, that's a little bit... Continue. Then we'll get to the one you do remember. But
I mean, this is a thing where parents like to tell you, like, you were such a blank child. And I was like, really? I don't remember whatever thing. But the first movie that I was always told was the one that I watched was Jungle Book.
Ooh,
which I cannot...
Live action Jungle Book because you're 21?
Yeah. I'm a very young person. You shouldn't have a podcast with me. No, of course, Jungle Book, the Walt Disney animated feature, my first film that I saw in theaters in 1967.
It was probably a re-release before they put it back in the vault, before they released the puffy VHS.
Yeah, it's actually, I went to see the book in a movie theater in 1894.
Yeah, Rudyard Kipling. A lot of people don't know that.
No, I think the re-release, and I am talking about the animated one, not the weird, not the weird live action one, and certainly not the other weird live action one that I believe exists.
Because Disney doesn't own the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Anybody can just make an adaptation of the Jungle Book and we used real bears or whatever, you know?
But I feel like the first movie I remember seeing in theater was Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, with the old Jack Skellington.
93. Wow.
Damn.
So I was
you're
a
one
3-year-old child.
Wow.
I was born in 1990.
1990, 4 years prior to the release of Jurassic Park. So you had 4 years before movies kicked off.
I was born in 4JP. 4BJP?
Yep, 4BJ. Well, I don't know what we say. Blowjob pussy.
Blowjob penis.
Oh, there you go. That's where the blowjob penis is. Yeah. Spaceballs, I think, is the first film that I remember seeing in theaters.
Interesting.
But I don't have a story of like my parents telling me about a movie we saw before that. I just remember it. And it was indeed interesting.
You're like, Mom, can I get a yogurt action figure? Can I get
yogurt.
Can I get Barf, please?
Yogurt and Barf Barf is dead, I guess, but Yogurt is back. I totally forgot that John Candy was Barf and he's dead and they're making a new Spaceballs.
Yeah, Barf kind of very good because John Candy's kind of very good and has been dead for a long time.
Yeah, that I'm nervous about. I got to tell you, I'm nervous about Spaceballs too.
Do you think it's going to go in the direction of like Scary Movie where they're like, we don't care who we offend. It's just pronoun jokes all over the place.
I think Mel Brooks might go the other. I that's what I thought at first. Like it's going to be Spaceballs, the pronoun joke. They change it to Space Genitals, so that it's not gendered. but I think he might end up going the other way and like make it less like that. I think he might actually. I'm maybe it'll be good.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video feed, you see me shaking my head vigorously that there is no fucking way that movie could be good.
I mean, here's the thing.
Bill Pullman is still alive, right?
Yeah. He's
Paxton's dead. Pullman's alive.
Dead. Pullman's alive. He's the sinner.
Ooh, the sinner. What's your so that's your first movie watching experience. What's your best? What's your favorite movie watching experience? And I'm not just asking you these questions because I want to answer the questions myself.
Bill Pullman's 72 years old.
Ooh,
he's gonna be an old ass Han Solo in there.
Yeah, he was
whatever
old.
That character's name is.
He was old ass President Explodey building in that ID4 sequel.
Sure. I mean, some of my favorite movie experiences were in the old multiplex when I was in high school, when you would jump between theaters and try not to get caught. And I would try to line up full weekend days where you could line up showtimes to see as many movies as possible. But there's never in that period of time enough good movies playing in theaters to fill out the day truly. Yeah. So you inevitably have just this turd in the middle, and it's just
that makes a lot of sense. We didn't have a multiplex in my small town.
Yeah.
So we didn't have that. We would go to Grand Forks, North Dakota sometimes to watch a movie before 7 p.m. Because we just had a two screen theater in the town where I grew up called the Galaxy Twin. And it wasn't like a classic retro theater. It was just an old theater. Yeah. The Galaxy Twin. And so I didn't have any theater hopping experiences. I was tempted to theater hop yesterday because Masters of the Universe was right next to my Backrooms showing, and it was going to start a few minutes after, but there was only like probably 10 people in the whole vicinity, and 4 of them worked there. So they probably would have noticed me going. They would not have cared at all because I'm fucking 6'3", 240 pounds, and I probably looked absolutely unhinged on marijuana. So it's like, we'll just let him go watch Masters. He clearly has a podcast. He's clearly doing this for a podcast.
One of the better, I mean, the big one that I remember for like back-to-back movies was like there was a Texas Chainsaw movie of some kind in theaters at that time.
Okay.
A bad one.
Of course. There's only 2 good ones. So.
And then we had to fill the middle out with Fly Boys, a very bad like World War II movie.
I think Josh Hartnett. Is Josh Hartnett in that? Is that era?
Yeah. And then it got rounded out with Jackass 2 or 3. And I was just like, oh, these are a revelation. This is my first experience watching any Jackass. And I was like, this rules.
Yeah, dude. And I actually saw we saw the Jackass trailer with Backrooms, or at least I did.
Yeah. I did not
for the final Jackass. No, I'm old enough that I loved the television show Jackass, and I'm old enough that a bunch of my friends and I all went to see Jackass, the first one, in a theater, and we were just absolutely fucking screaming our heads off. Like, I can't, like, I guess I'd totally forgotten about that, but that might be one of my favorite movie watching experiences, because we were just fucking, like, just... We could not fucking believe what we were watching on the screen when he puts that fucking toy car up his ass and when the doctor looks at the x-ray and it just shows the toy car in his rectum, we were inconsolable, dude. Like, it was fucking wild. And then,
I think, opens with that, like, landscape that is just his ass, and then he just shoots shit out of it.
I can't remember that, but just, that makes sense.
Just a painted ass, and you're just slowly panning over a miniature city, and then an eruption of shit just sprays out of the ass.
Wow, I don't remember that at all, dude. That is cinema, wild. Though.
Like, yeah.
It is. That is definitely cinema, though. I saw the first Lord of the Rings film. My buddies and I went, and we got high in the parking lot, so we got into the movie just as it was starting, like right as it was starting.
Yeah.
And it was a sold out showing, and this was before reserve seating. So there was only 3 seats left in the entire, and this was the large auditorium supposedly, or whatever. 3 seats left, and they were in the front row, all the way on the far left against the wall. So I watched the Fellowship of the Ring as though it was cast away from me, from left to right, and it was still fucking awesome. We were like, holy shit, yeah. 2 towers. We made brownies, pop brownies, and we got there early enough, and like there was like 9 of us sitting in a row, and I was at the end of the row, and I remember about a minute in, after the Fellowship of the Ring title card, I heard people like rustling their brownie wrappers and shit. And then I just remember an hour and a half into that movie, I was like, God, my face is fucking dried out. Like, I was fucking ripped. And I just remember looking down the row and seeing all of my friends' eyes just blood red. Like, I was just like, God damn, we made good brownies this time. Holy shit. Yeah, dude, those Lord of the Rings movies. Also, the college town where I went to college had a art house movie theater that did midnight movies, you know, which I'm sure you had that in the cities. But one time I saw Ghostbusters with German exchange students who were there with friends. And they had never seen Ghostbusters before, and we were all just fucking drunk as hell. Yeah. And when they say "get her" at the beginning of Ghostbusters, and the scary ghost lady like reaches out to the Ghostbusters, these German drunk kids had never seen the movie before, and it must have. They reacted as though it was the scariest thing they've ever. They threw. 2 of them threw popcorn like it was like they were doing a sketch.
Yeah, like
they were doing a bit
an ad for a scary movie.
And then one of those German kids puked on the stairs on the way out of the Fargo theater.
Yeah, they were doing like the thing people were doing outside of The Exorcist, where like people being taken out on stretchers, but it's Ghostbusters.
Did you what's your big open, because we stood in line for those Lord of the Rings tickets every other year or whatever. It would be like the next group of people's turn to stand in line. Do you have any big opening day movie theater experiences that you remember where you and your friends were all stoked? I saw Life Aquatic twice, one time on Christmas Day because I was alone in my college town.
A funny one, we went to see Silent Hill on the release day.
I saw that the weekend it came out as well.
It was rated R, and I was not an age to buy rated R tickets at that time. So we bought tickets to like The Sentinel, which is a Michael Douglas film about
a bunch
political intrigue and stuff.
A bunch of 12-year-old kids buying tickets to see a PG-13 Michael Douglas movie. That's wild.
And then we snuck into Silent Hill, and this is when I learned the sad lesson. They do not air a movie if nobody buys a ticket. So we're just sitting in this empty theater, and they never put the movie on because nobody bought a ticket. So
well, but here's the thing. I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it's all automated.
Yeah, I think it's just automated. But like we just eventually just slowly walked into the Sentinel Theater.
Wow. And you're like, I don't even know what the intrigue is now.
I mean,
I don't even know what the intrigue is.
The sad thing is that the friends had asked me, what movie should we buy a ticket for that's around the same time? I was like, I don't know. I just saw The Sentinel with my mom recently. So I was in there for the second time watching The Sentinel.
Dude. And you went to see The Sentinel with your mom. That's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Come see this because, you know, daycare is expensive. You got to go see a pot boiler with your kid.
Yeah, daycare. I believe I was like 16 or something. I wasn't a baby when this movie came out. I just wasn't old enough for an R ticket.
Sure. And so, yeah, you were like 13 or whatever.
And they actually checked IDs. So remember asking.
Actually checked IDs.
This might have been a spite thing because they asked for IDs when we were like, Silent Hill tickets, please. And they're like, can we see IDs? And I'm just like, oh, can we watch The Sentinel?
Can we see IDs? Can I watch the fucking video game movie, please? It's based on a goddamn fucking video game, and I'm a 14-year-old kid.
And they're like,
fuck you,
like,
movie theater guy.
Did they check your ID when you bought the video game? And I was like, no.
No,
check
idiot.
with them.
Well, yeah, so that was a good movie theater roundup. I wanted to kind of get a little bit of movie theater background, see where we're at. I do think it's funny that we're generationally have different touchstones for like first movies. Like I remember it was a huge deal when we didn't get to see Jurassic Park until I'd read the book a bunch of times before I saw the movie because it wasn't going to come to our 2-screen theater anytime soon. So we drove to my parents drove us to Grand Forks to see it fucking probably 2.5 months after it was out in theaters. Like that's how long it took for me to figure out seeing it. And it was like, I was crazy about it. But yeah, so movie theaters, man. Wow. And they're back. We went to them.
Yep. And we also went to Denny's. I mean, we can talk a bit about Denny's just to lead it off because I don't think there's going to be a lot of Denny's talk. But people don't like Denny's as much anymore, it seems like.
Oh, that's right. You had specific Denny's stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It seems like the mozzarella sticks are bad at Denny's now.
They're not. I've had them recently. Good as hell.
Some are saying they're all like milky and the cheese is very thin and they don't give you very many.
Well, maybe if you went to that one where the guy jerks off, maybe if it's that Denny's, like they're talking about like, yeah, the guy busted it's milky. Ugh, shut up. No, they're not milky.
Busted his mozzarella
attest.
stick open and.
You don't bust things open.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, Sonia said, this is ridiculous. It's a picture of the mozzarella sticks. This is ridiculous. My boyfriends and I frequently visit Denny's and get mozzarella sticks as our first course. That's what I also called it when me and my friends went out. Me and my boyfriends.
Well, hold on. No, that's a polyamorous person. No. It's a polyamorous lady, right? I mean, anyway, continue.
Maybe. My boyfriends and I frequently visit Denny's and get mozzarella sticks as our first course. Today we came in, ordered the mozz as per usual, but we got these honky-tonky ass milk obelisks. Weird texture and flavorless breading. Bring back my old perfect 6-piece fingerlings. Please.
Milk. Obelisk milk. Obelisk milk. Obelisk milk.
Please, dear 8-pound, 6-ounce newborn infant Jesus, please bring them back. This person is trying to win the Reddit post award. With
they didn't.
Wah, wah.
Thumbs down. Fuck you. Don't care about your milky mozzarella sticks. That's gross.
I work at a Denny's and those definitely don't look to standard. With it being a franchise, they either order from a different vendor compared to my store, or they ran out and made a run.
you got to get in there and defend the Denny's where you work, bud.
And she's like, I work at this Denny's. My name is this. My social security number is this. And we would never
milked
do this.
the Mott's.
I
did the Mott's milk.
But the Denny's Facebook account is what I was looking at the other day and trying to catalog some posts. And I will say their mozzarella sticks do look weird and different now. Like, I don't know how
they look
recently
flat.
They look very big. Like, they look like the size of a breadstick now, which
when I got them, they were bomb. So they're not like the flat ones, but I remember when I got them recently, they were good. I think when I did the Skeletor shake, I got mozzarella
that's
sticks.
very recent. So here's a post. Happy National Donut Day. This is from June 5th. Did you know Denny's actually started as a tiny Lakewood donut shop called Danny's Donuts? Opened in 1954. Blah, blah,
we have a
blah.
whole fucking podcast about it. Of course we fucking know that. You piece of shit.
So this is the whole post. It's just a history. There's some pictures of the old Danny's Donuts location. Comments are like, that Danny's Lakewood location is now better known as Denny's. 1953, Denny's was born. Thank you. Follow-up comment. So another one, missing dog report.
Excuse me? I lost my mind for a second and wasn't paying attention. I was checking to make sure I was recording still. Missing dog report in the Denny's comment section?
Missing dog report, my full street address. Like, they have left their full street address in this Denny's comment. My dachshund, Buster, has escaped and requires immediate attention. As I reside over an hour away, I fear he may be difficult to approach. Buster has a blue collar and was at Flying J when he suddenly ran off. I am extremely sorry and sad. Thank you to all who can lend assistance.
So they live by that's Denny posted that?
That's someone named
Denny
Taylor.
went on there and said, I'm Denny. Okay, it was Taylor and what's their address?
I don't know. They live in Indiana. And they're
Indiana Taylor.
They're posting on this post about the first location in Lakewood, California.
When was their comment posted?
1 week ago. So
they
Buster
found their
has
dog.
been found. They live over an hour away, so that's scary.
From Denny's? I'm still trying to figure out how it relates back to the Denny's that they're commenting on.
Couldn't tell you.
They were just in Facebook. They just were in Facebook panicking. And I get it.
And they were like,
I would post on every website that would have me if my pet was missing.
They're an old person and they just happen to be in Facebook somewhere. And they're like, I need to post this somewhere.
Or they're in a Denny's and they think that you have to post at the page of the place you are or it doesn't work.
That honestly could be it, as insane as that line of thought is, but that is an insane line of thought that an old person could have.
Okay, boomer.
Denny's should make donuts again. ... I love ... This is my favorite thing too that I see people do, is not to do the 3.
Just ... like they don't know what an ellipse is.
Yeah, I see so many people do 2. And I don't know what 2 is.
It's a typo. They accidentally did an extra one, or is it a typo they accidentally didn't do enough?
I'm not sure. Denny's should make donuts again. I know we have donut holes, but I mean legit real donuts.
I was going to throw that in that person's fucking face and they got me. Yeah. They were like, hey, I know they got and they're actually like pancake bites. Oh, are you talking about the pancake bites? You know that just because it's round and it's kind of like it's not a donut hole, you motherfucker.
And then a direct reply to this comment about donut holes. I kindly ask that you keep U.S. soldiers in your prayers. It takes compassion and strength to stand behind those who serve. I would be honored to be remembered in your prayers for courage, safety, and peace, not only for me, but also for all the brave men and women I serve alongside. Please also lift up my troops that we may continue to stand strong together with faith and resilience. American flag emoji.
Stolen valor. That person's never served. If you'd actually served, you wouldn't say that on the Denny's page.
I will say
you're a bot. This is stolen valor bot.
I don't understand these bots, because this is not an uncommon thing on the Denny's page. Is somebody
we can't
commenting
know
with this?
It's above our heads. We can't know what the bots do. We can't know why the bots. We'll never, if we could answer the question, why bots, why the bots, we wouldn't be doing this fucking free podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we would be like we would be on a super yacht somewhere, fucking with milky mozzarella sticks, but that's how we like them. Like, we get them that way, you know?
So they also just posted a picture of Skeletor. I can save this for the Skeletor talk. Skeletor.
Spoiler alert! We are gonna do Danny's Masters of the Universe because that's a big. So honestly, we can't afford to leave that kind of shit on the table.
Yeah, there's just not. So here's the one that I was gonna say. So Denny's posted a picture. Says this is who you're asking to make your grand slamwich, and then it's just a bunch of pictures of like employees, but they're little, so like holding up food items. They're little.
Wait, the people are little or the food items are little?
People are little. So like there's
are the food items larger than them?
Yeah.
Regular, but it's not a little person. It's a person that's been made smaller via photography.
Yes. I mean,
okay.
Through Photoshop. So there's like a person who has a fork that's as big as their body, and it says to shovel eggs into your mouth. And
they definitely didn't just use AI for this?
No, this looks like just a bad thing a person
like a shop.
did. Yeah.
Good. I love it.
And for the most part, people just say, go Denny's. Cool. This person just replied with... This person replied with tummy.
Tummy? That's the best. Tummy? Like, honestly, that rips. Like, I'm going to reply that when I see good food pictures online from now on. Tummy.
We need Denny's in Nicaragua. I guarantee you don't. Denny's owes a lot of people here in Pensacola, Florida, a lot of money. They didn't pay them. Troubling.
Well, I mean, that's the Denny's. Didn't get a lot of reporting about the Denny's oil slick off the coast of Pensacola. The Denny's. It was the Denny's. Well, I mean, no, it was crude oil. Like Denny's has an oil platform that they use to offset their costs because of the pandemic. And yeah, there was that. They said it was like, it wasn't as bad as the one in the Gulf 20 years ago, but it was pretty bad. It was like 2 million barrels, I think they said, before it was all said and done from the Denny's platform. Huh. And then also, you brought up the syrup thing in jest, but their syrup platform actually did fucking collapse and 8 people died.
The oil one. And we know those don't mix. They create ammonia or something.
Oh, wouldn't it though? Like, because of the sugar.
And finally, this comment. This is again a reply to the tiny Photoshop people making food. Denny's, I'm beyond livid, and it's really too much to even write here. It is. This is way too big. But here goes. I placed an online order for an 11:15 pickup for 2 avocado burgers and 1 triple juicy burger. Total amount $48.76. That I expect to be refunded with all due respect. I show up to pick up my order. I'm waiting. They tell me they're working on my order over 30 minutes. Go by. If I ask if my order is ready, he goes to the back, comes back, proceeds to tell me again they are working on it. Great. More time goes by. I check the status on my app. It says order complete. Then I ask again. If my order was ready, they go to the back. Come back, then tell me, sorry, we don't have any buns. Like, what, are you serious? So I have been sitting here almost 45 minutes later for them to tell me that they don't have any buns for the burgers out of all the time that I was sitting there. And they proceeded to tell me that they were working on my order the whole time they never had any buns. At that point, I was frustrated. I was angry. I told them to put it on tortillas and to refund me back my money. They told me I needed to get a hold of someone to get a refund. I told them that I would be back because I need to step away because I was so furious at this time. It's already after midnight. My husband calls me, says the manager called to come to find out that they had buns. Someone was just lazy to go look for them at that point. The burgers were made, mind you, by the time I ordered my food, got the food. It was after 12:15 that my order was ready. On top of that, I did not get home till 12:35 a.m. This was supposed to be something simple to order online. Pick up at 11:15. I order a lot at Denny's. When it's bad, a lot of it comes down to incompetent workers. This experience was so horrible. The whole reason why I ordered Denny's was because we were exhausted. We were tired. We were at the airport all day. We just wanted to pick up our food, come home, eat, and go to sleep. Instead, it turned into a nightmare. Anybody
Holy
in my
shit.
position would have been as equally as upset. I would appreciate it if I could get a refund for what I spent, and the BS that we went through yesterday was uncalled for, not okay, and really unprofessional.
Oh my God, dude. That was such a fucking journey.
I know.
And I want
do
to tell
empathize
you
with the person. It is a crazy post, but like that sucks. Like,
so I want to explain to you what was going on on my end while you were reading that, right?
yeah. I went into sort of like a flow state.
A fugue state / flow state, a flow fugue. So as you know, we got a notification in Zoom saying insufficient, it's got to stop recording because insufficient disk space, right? And it was fortuitous that you were going to read what I assume was a 10-minute fucking thing because I was like, oh no, insufficient disk space. So I started recording to the cloud because I'm a professional. And then I went and I looked around and apparently, and so I only had like 200 meg left. Like my fucking GarageBand recording was about to fucking crash out and it's because I didn't empty my trash when I moved all the files yesterday after doing all that editing. So I had like 35 gigs of stuff in the trash. And so now I'm good. But like that whole time, and then just as I was like checking to see that I had the file space freed up again, you were like finishing the review. And I was just like, oh my God, that really fucking worked out. I could have just gotten away with it and seamlessly fucking continued, but
you wanted to be professional. Yeah.
I wouldn't, if I had a crazy experience, I don't think I would go leave a review.
I know. That's what I
would chalk it up to shit being fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the world's fucked up. What I think a lot of people who are commenting on shit like that, what they don't realize is that the whole world is completely fucking fucked and you should just fuck off with your fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of people who don't experience that stuff though, you know, and then when they do, they're just like, hey, wait, rich people don't care about my best interests? That's crazy.
Yeah, right? Like how the fuck how could they not? How could they not fucking care?
But wait, the money, when we give them the money, is supposed to trickle down to me eventually.
Yeah, the
that's
old
like
trickle D.
That's how our whole thing works.
The old trickle D, trickle your D.
I have shared a Denny's post with you.
Look, you gotta. So any alert that I see, oh my God, Denny's in the back rooms. Oh no, did Denny's post this?
This is a post from Denny's Instagram with the text, forgot what floor I was on, but found this.
Those mozzarella sticks, those are the ones. And when I said flat, I meant they're like a rectangle, yeah, but they're really beefy. Yeah, like I like them. They're definitely not milky.
This person says,
like a Bosco stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They replied, "You're cooking with the recent ad campaigns, lol. Looks like I'll do."
They're calling an Instagram post an ad campaign. I fucking hate the world so much, dude. We used to be a real fucking society.
Denny's replies to that with always.
Yeah. To be fair,
Denny's replies to that with tummy.
Tummy. That's how they should. That's how yeah, well, dude, we gotta. The episode description for this episode should just be tummy.
I mean, that's apt. We'll get into it, but.
Oh yeah, that's right. They eat the tummy. Oh yeah. Well, we're not. I don't know that we're gonna do like 100% spoiler Backrooms, like explain everything, but we'll definitely talk about the tummy eating that happens.
Looks like I'll do fine in the Backrooms.
Because you got 2 sliders and a couple mozzarella sticks. Don't you understand that there's some sort of unknowable thing in there somewhere that we never even saw?
Well, you won't go hungry.
Like, sure.
And then Denny Steiner says, you won't go hungry. That's for sure.
Man. Do you think you won't go hungry? That's for sure. Because you can eat the tummy of the fucking Backrooms clones.
You can find the Denny's employees in there and eat them.
They should have done it like they have the backroom clone with its tummy ripped open, and you see this meal inside of it.
That would be
like
good.
He's like, you can eat it. The best part is you can eat it. Oh shit! Well, I Jitafor. Come on,
Well, he
man.
rips like the rice porridge out of that man's tummy, and then sees that there's a Denny's meal in there. He's like, "You've been holding out on me. What? I've been eating your nasty white goo that's in you.
I have 6 eyes. I look like modern art."
Let's see. The Smilers are going to instantly break every light to get to that meal. So that's lingo I don't know from Backrooms parlance.
Yeah, that's so. There's there's like multiple versions of Backrooms. There's like the Kane Parsons YouTube stuff. There's all the other all the other Backroom stuff. Some of it might be fine, but it's all the other creepypasta stuff. And then there's the movie. And so I think that is probably referencing either one of the deep rabbit hole Kane things or something that wasn't him.
Yeah. Good as fuck. I don't know why y'all call it an appetizer, though, because it hits the spot just right.
Yeah, if you eat it all. I mean, look at that. That's not... And you'd probably also get a side of fries. Oh, can I get a side of fries as well? You know.
Yeah, it is weird to not have fries with it. This is a full appetizer basket. Like, yes, that is a meal if you eat the whole thing.
Yeah. And honestly, can I get a side of fries and like 6 more mozzarella sticks? Could you do like a 10 mozzarella sticks and then fries and then also this stuff too? I'm really fucking hungry. I didn't go to Wendy's before this because they open at 6 a.m. And yeah, so I'm very hungry.
You can't go into that.
Can we start talking about the movie that I went to?
No, dude.
No. Oh, you're talking to the cat. I thought you were talking to me when I was like, can we please talk about the movie that I went to? And you're like, no, dude, I have 20 more Denny's posts to read. And Adam, I know that you thought that we weren't really going to talk about Denny's much, so you front loaded the episode with stuff. Like I had like talking about what movies we've gone to. You know, I also had like, what TV shows are we watching? Like just in case so we fucking come up short. But no, I should have known.
Let's talk about the Backrooms.
So what's your experience with the internet, with Kane Parsons' YouTube videos, the Backrooms?
I mean,
did you see them when they came out? Did you watch them 3 years ago when they dropped?
4 years ago, it looks like
4 years ago.
I mean,
I thought it was 15 years old, by the way.
Yeah,
I thought I watched
right?
the Backrooms videos 20 fucking years ago.
I remember those like thumbnails showing up so long ago, and I was like,
quite the shock to find out that Kane Parsons was 19 years old when he made this movie, because I was like, oh, was he 8 when he did the shorts on YouTube?
Yeah, it's like, no, he's like 15 or 16.
Did you like him? I remember you saying that the liminal space stuff didn't really creep you out all that much.
Well, I mean, Kelsey's been on that Backrooms beat for a while, as in she's known about that internet thing like long before those shorts, I guess. Yeah, because again, I thought those had been out for much longer.
What people don't know about Kelsey, we didn't cover in her episode, big 4chan person. She's a big big 4chan. She's on 16chan. Yes. She's one of the few people on the
yeah, it's huge monster. No, but yeah, we did a Backrooms episode of Big Money, which I was like, surely that came out after the Backrooms series. But no, those are very recent. It's very weird. But I watched like...
Oh, so you were ahead of old baby Kane Parsons.
Yeah, I did not realize... Again, thought those were like at least 10 years old. But I had not watched any of those. I have seen Backrooms like posts and stuff, but I had never watched those shorts or anything until right before the movie. I watched about half of them, and I was like, I don't really need to. I don't feel like I need to finish these before I go see the movie. These don't seem particularly consequential to what I will be experiencing in the movie, and I don't think they
Plus, the film opens with basically all you need from the YouTube series is like that. It's not, he reshot it, I think, but it's like, that's very much like all of the best parts of the vibe from the YouTube ones. And I watched all the YouTube ones. I went down a rabbit hole a few years ago. I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this 25-year-old thing that I'm learning about now? I thought it was creepy. I do think that the liminal space stuff is creepy. I don't necessarily think that I think it's like the creepiest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
But it is really interesting. And I think that, from the few other Backroomsy videos I've watched, I think that, and the movie itself, like, yeah, Kane, those YouTube, and I'm not a big YouTube guy, you know, like I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos. So it even broke through to me, you know, so I think that that's kind of a testament of how compelling it could at least seem.
Yeah. And I mean, the movie does a really good job with sort of giving me reasons why I should be scared of this space, and it certainly like shoots it in ways that are scary. Because the thing with like the original series just feels like you're walking through empty spaces, which really is fine. That can be scary, but those videos are like so long for like what little is happening in them.
Yes.
And then like any video, any of the shorter ones where it's just like we're explaining like kind of in a like way where we're not really explaining. It's just so much not explaining. It's just like
right, and that's where I think the film really sings, because it's got exactly the right amount of found footage. You know, like and for a film to go half or like a third found footage.
Yeah. So
that's like it's wild. I can't think of, are there other movies that are like a mix of found footage and fucking narrative feature? Like
I don't think it's particularly common. I mean, the Doom movie ends with like first person, but it's not found footage. It's just like,
you're talking about the Doom movie starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right?
Which I have not seen. I just know it ends.
I saw it in a theater. I saw it opening weekend.
That's crazy.
It was terrible.
I saw Cloverfield opening day and came out of that with like a migraine because I was like, oh
extra
God,
movie
seeing
chat
this in a theater is crazy.
That's a movie to be watched on your phone.
I mean, the thing that always, and this is annoying tacos, and you don't think about it that much, but like just always the thought of like when there's found footage stuff, it's like it can be dismissed a bit in the opening bit because it's just like maybe the camera is attached to the suit or whatever. But like anytime someone has like a camcorder and they're like, I gotta run, but I gotta make sure the camera's at like, this is a thing Cloverfield did correctly of just like, hey, if you're running with a camera you don't want to lose, you would just like lower the camera to your side and run with the camera. Like you're never gonna like run like at eye level, which is annoying to say, but here's the thing. You're in the back rooms, baby.
Yeah, you want to. Who fucking knows how cameras work in the back rooms? like maybe there's motion stabilizing. There's magical motions. Like
maybe
I don't know.
It hovers around your face and you don't have to hold it up.
and here's the other thing. Thank you, because Cloverfield made me want to puke.
I know.
A lot of the time. So I can't ride a dark ride. At the fucking amusement park. So I appreciate you not doing it fucking the 100% realistic found footage. Thank you.
What's the thing, like the movie does it well in that like all the found footage stuff is so high tension and stressful that like you don't really think about anything in the moments in which it's happening other than like the thing that's happening, which
like because if I was being a logical pick it apart guy, right, you're running away from an unknown sound or monster, you're not going to turn the camera back
you're never
to look at what you're looking behind,
or if you do it, you're
going to drop the camera.
Like
first off, the camera's going to see your feet. Yes.
If anything, you hold the camera backwards just to be like, I get that. Like, I would want footage of this.
Footage of whatever. Oh, you see, and you're a better videographer than I in a scary situation. I would just drop the camera. You'd see my feet.
That's the real thing that would happen. But if I'm if I'm an anthropologist and I'm trying to catalog the Backrooms, which I have many issues with this movie that I think are goofy as far as like a thing that happens halfway through the movie that kind of just spoils everything that happened before it. But I do like the movie overall quite a bit.
Yeah, and spoilers for Backrooms. We're not going to do like a beat by beat run through because we don't usually do that with brand new movies, but we are going to spoil shit.
Yeah,
so.
and the thing we're going to spoil is going to be fairly large, I feel like. So if you are worried about...
And I don't even know what... Oh, you're talking about the who's the villain?
Yeah. So if you care about that, you should, not listen.
But so you think he was the villain the whole time? I mean, I know he was clearly like, but he went crazy in the Backrooms.
Yeah, but
he fell into his own trauma loops, basically.
But like the way the movie presents it, so you're just gonna get into the background. Like, a very quick synopsis of movie. Opens with found footage of a guy in Backrooms. Scary stuff happens.
Opens with one of the best Backrooms videos that you would find on YouTube, essentially.
Yeah, it's quite good. Very, very strong opening. Like, very strong opening. It's very scary. Like, it's very stressful. It gets you. It's good. It works.
Here's what I don't like, and this is what we'll talk about to my taste at the end. The jump scares. I don't like, and I guess you're gonna have some jump scares in the Backrooms because there's like a tall Johnny Five looking robot around the corner, maybe, and then you see it for a second. It's like, but I thought I don't like jump scares. They hurt my back. Because I like because I have
hate
extreme
that the jump
anxiety.
Scares work.
Yes, it hurts. Yep. I physically and so then I was just like, it's gonna be a jump scares movie, and there's a couple more later, but no, that's more just the opening to get you into the possible dread. Yeah, and I guess there's a jump scare when Chitwell's character sees the weird lady clone thing for the first time.
Yeah, the Christmas tree scene. It's pretty.
Yeah, and then it's like
stuff.
after the Christmas tree scene, I think that's when that's his turn,
Yeah.
because then he's gone for whatever. But quick little synopsis of the Backrooms. We start with the found footage.
There's a cool bird that scares you, but then it's just a bird, and you're like, I'm pretty okay right now, and then.
I'm sure we'll find out where that bird came from later.
And then a guy gets chased, and then he's running, and he gets into an area where he can't get out of, and then he's like, I'm going to circle back. Great moment, because I was like, oh, man. Really works on thoughts. You
sure about that? You sure about circling back in the Backrooms? It's in the name,
It's a good... It works for me in the way that, like... weapons works in some of the like scares where it's just like capitalizes on like little worries that like I have in my life that don't pan out to anything, but like the moment in weapons where like the police officer is like patting a guy down and he's like, there's not anything sharp in your pocket that's gonna stick me, right? And I was just like, I've heard a police officer say that every time they pat somebody down. This is nothing, but like this is a real fear. And then he immediately sticks himself. And I was just like, yep.
Yeah, dude,
scary.
I fucking love that, dude. And and it does a good job of like setting up the tension of the world, and then you get pulled right fucking out of it.
Yeah. And horror movies love to do this too, where they're just like, here's a big high tension moment up front so that we can not do that for a while. Because like we know you're watching a horror movie and you want to be scared right away, but also we have to set up a world. And it's a good way to do it. Like, and then you just see some weirdos in a building watching the footage of what just happened or whatever. And then we're introduced to a furniture store guy, runs a shitty furniture store that he doesn't really like. Are we introduced to him in like in therapy?
No, we see him, I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we see him at the furniture store first, but we don't know that he lives there right away.
So he's there.
Very early on, we get a therapy session where he talks about how his wife kicked him out of his own house, and his therapist... I've done some therapy, but she seems to be pushing a little hard. I think that's so funny. She's like, you're a piece of shit. And you're alone.
Well, that's the thing is like period piece, right? This is set in like
91.
90s. So like I imagine therapy was a little rougher around the edges. And also like I don't know how long this guy's been in therapy. He really seems to be circling the same ideas about himself, which is everyone else has a problem and I'm great. But yeah, we're introduced to all that. He has some electricity issues. He's got weird breakers, blah, blah, blah. He finds the Backrooms in a crack in the wall in the furniture store. And then he's like, I can clip through this wall whenever. And he starts basically cataloging the place. He, at some point in time, was trying to be an architect. So he's very interested in the space. So he's trying to catalog it. He wants to tell his...
He is an architect. What do you mean trying to be an architect? He is an architect.
I am a screenwriter.
Oh, dude, that hurts. Like, come on. Jesus fucking Christ. I know you were making fun of yourself, but we got to get on the same page with that kind of stuff, because that also applies to me and makes me very sad, profoundly sad, as I sit in my place in Los Angeles after the pandemic.
Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. It is just, there's certainly a thing of just, people have told me.
You can find something I wrote on YouTube and watch it. You can find something I wrote on YouTube and watch it. I have written for the screen.
Yep. I mean, it is the thing. It's just like, yes, certainly I have had stuff that I view as like my passion and my thing I want to do as a career called a hobby, because I don't, that's not where I make my income. So I get the like thing, but I don't know. Architect though is like, you're doing it though, or you're not, right? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, architect is a job, not a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little bit different. Like, I could write a short and put it on YouTube and say I've written a short screenplay or whatever. But you can't really do that with a building.
Yeah,
you can't be like, I built my own building. I built my own office building. Yeah. I'm an architect. Like, I guess if you're very rich, you could do that.
Like, people definitely do that. But
you could design your own home, yes, but you usually have somebody else involved that knows about where all the nails go. Yeah. You don't know where the nails go unless you went to school for nails or whatever the fuck architects go to school for.
I'm sure we're finding some way to offend someone in this talk, but
before he gets lost in the back rooms, we're revealed that his therapist is like a self-help guru, like a low rent self-help guru with books on tape, and I think he actually listens. There's part of him listening to one of her books on tape,
which is all about like looping traumas and like you find your own thing for comfort that's based on like what you did as a child, and you create. So
I think that a lot of the dipshit critics of this movie, and I'm going to talk about this because I have a thing about it, where they say it was obviously directed by a 19-year-old. Like, there's a lot of criticism online of like obviously, it's like, no, hold on. No, it was obviously written for today's fucking audience. Like, he wanted to make sure that you understood, like a director that was fucking around would have it when it shows her room, the room where she experiences her trauma, and it shows it being rebuilt by the Backrooms over and over again, and it goes down. Yeah. Like, some bullshit person would do 2 of those or 3 of those.
Well, they would also explain it the whole time too. Like,
exactly.
And I mean,
so no, but I don't think it. I think that, and the overarching theme for me is, I don't think it reads like a film that was made by a 19-year-old.
No,
I think it reads by a film that was made by a first-time feature director in all the best ways. Like, he did all the stuff, like the shot framing, all the fucking symmetry, all the fucking the only thing I think where it falls short is maybe he's not great at directing actors yet.
Oh, I think they're great performances. Like, I truly think the biggest issue in the movie is like a structural thing of just like that moment, the betrayal moment in the script, in the film,
the dinner
scene is it really cuts everything short that just preceded it and everything that's about to follow it. Like, it's really this strange thing of just like, and I know there is like this element of like, hey, this guy doesn't even believe the things he's saying. Like, and I think that really comes across in the acting, but like, hey, I'm a bad guy. I deserve to be here. This is all my stuff I'm doing. And she's like, well, did you lure your coworkers in? Like, is that like the thing that have to now think a bit about? And like, or did all this happened after? No, the coworkers, I think that he was like a relatively normal, obsessed guy until the second found footage chunk. It's what happens in the second found footage chunk totally changes him. Yeah.
But
it's just the time in which it happens is the time dilation the movie doesn't give me a sense that he's been there for a long time and been broken by this space. He's just there.
I'm sorry.
And then moments later, he's a bad guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't notice all the mail under the door?
Yeah, and
when she went to the furniture store?
And the business that they try to show has like vagrants in the parking lot.
You didn't get it when
it's an unlocked front door of a business that's just been there for days or weeks or whatever. Like
you are 100% correct on the time dilation aspect of it. They didn't show enough about like she didn't see like missing man. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and
like,
I don't even think that stuff's necessary. I just don't think that was an interest of theirs. Like he is. Just,
I didn't get it. No, it was though. I didn't get it until the mail. Like that's it. Yeah. That was them saying, "No, it's been weeks. Nobody's taken in the mail." But that was as the writer director. That's what they were trying to tell you. Oh, and one of the envelopes was big and brown. Yeah. That means it's been a while.
But it's just like also like without seeing this guy's journey and whatever, we just have to revert back to like what's this guy's nature, and it's his nature is that he's going to be a bad guy, and it's just like.
I don't know. I think you see his journey though. Like he's descending into the backrooms. He literally has to go down that ramp.
I don't think we see any sort of indication that he is descending into being like a guy who's like cool with killing people.
I guess fair.
Because like up until that moment, he's like, I need to help these people I'm here with. Oh God, like this guy got taken and I was trying to help him. Oh no, this girl's on this other side of this window and I can't see like her. Like that's the last moments we see with him before we come back to him and he's bad guy.
But you think the implication is, I don't think that he necessarily cut her head off.
Oh, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like in the moment we come back to him, he is like a shell of the person he was, and it's in a very weird, I have accepted this thing and like I'm one of this thing. I love this place. Like this is it's a weird thing that we could have spent more time. And I'm not even saying like explaining. I don't need to explain, just like there's more there. There's more fun stuff to be done there.
There is that definitely the if you were to go and say there's act 3 problems, you know, like that would be your act 3 problem, is that's where it starts, you know? And the timing of it is it's either too early or too late, depending on what other work you've done. But I do think that when you say you saw his physical journey, it's like, well, the physical journey reflects the mental journey that he's on. And he gets down to a point where it's just dead bodies and clothes and stuff. Yeah. You know, and it's like Backrooms bedrock almost.
Yeah.
And I think that's, and then just like, so he goes from there into the room where he hears her on the other side of that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And thinking about it now, just the idea of all the crazy shit that you've seen so far.
Yeah.
And then she's saying, I'm here, and he's saying there's no door. Like that's kind of emblematic of the entire experience. You know, like he knows what he's looking at and it directly conflicts with reality.
Yeah. But like the other thing too, just like that, what I'm talking about, like with undercutting your own premise is like, I would argue the highest tension, highest scare moment in the movie is that entire sequence with like the boyfriend and the girlfriend and him like surveying the place, and they're slowly getting picked off, and Clark leaves like he picks up the camera after the guy dies and he's like running with it, and he finally finds it. I have to set the camera down, and then big scary guy like picks up camera. And like, that's a good moment. And then we cut, and it's very high tension. We have the Christmas tree scene in there too. But then the next time we see this guy, he's just hanging out in a room with all the people that were scary, like, 20 minutes ago. And I'm just like, oh, well, that makes that scene not really I guess they were just trying to run up and touch him then. I don't know what, like, it really undercuts the tension of the scene that I think was, and now in like a future watch, I'm just gonna be like, well, those are like his friends, right? Like, they're just running up to greet him.
You know what's funny? You know how, like, I think that if you and I were in the room with Kane Parsons and we were the producers on the movie.
Yeah.
And we got to this part, right? And I don't know if this would solve it for you, but when the far too tall pirate guy picks him up and bites him, he should have been Fluff. Like Chitwell Ejiofor, he should have been. I like that he's creation of the Thing.
I like that he guy. I think what may have happened, and just from a like producer angle, is that I don't know. I don't like but it does feel like there was probably some version of movie that, and it certainly wasn't, what I would want, which would be like, cool journey, really touching on the middle part there, the part that I feel like was left. But I do feel like the dinner scene where he's just explaining everything, and like, again, a pretty well shot thing that still has tension and stuff, but like, and very well acted. The acting's very good in the movie. Like, that whole scene works, but it doesn't work narratively.
My criticism about the acting that kicked all of this out comes primarily from the first therapy scene.
Oh, sure.
It really feels like they're doing a bad job acting in the first therapy scene. And as we talk about the movie now, and I remember how good the latter stuff is, I almost feel like maybe that was just, they shot it sequentially and he was figuring out how to talk to them, because for real, that first therapy scene, it seems very stilted. Like,
feels like an acting exercise, right? Like,
perhaps that's it does feel like a warm up for the movie. And it's one of those things where I have a criticism about something, but then I've talked myself around on it. Like, oh, actually, no. And it's not just because Andrew said the acting was good. I remember now that I hated that first therapy scene, and then they kind of figure it out. Well, I feel like the scariest
an element of like that first therapy scene, just to mention it before you go, is like that is him not feeling like he's being his true self, and then later they basically recreate the scene, but he dresses her up to like look like his wife, and he, at least I think the character is trying to tell himself, I am my true self now. And I don't think it is a very interesting layered performance he's giving, because like, I don't think the character believes anything he's saying, but he's really trying to convince himself that he is. And so in that moment, he's really dialed into that new therapy session, I guess, to contrast with the original.
And that's one of my favorite bits in the movie, is the repetition of the dialogue from the role play at the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? Now, this was not written by Kane Parsons. And I think that's important to note, because a lot of the stuff that we're talking about, like that stuff, repeating the dialogue and setting up the scenes to be like structurally similar but showing the difference or whatever, like, that's screenwriter shit, and so I think it was important. I don't know what else the screenwriter's written, but I feel like that was important to get this guy a screenwriter.
He's a TV writer.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Written an episode of Homeland.
Okay,
or an episode of Borgia. You're an episode.
So they found an affordable writer that they could put with Kane on his first movie, and it fucking worked out.
You wrote an episode of Westworld, and you wrote 10 episodes of Ash versus Evil Dead.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Weird career.
Great. That was my favorite of the shows that you mentioned. Ash versus Evil Dead is the best one to me.
Yeah, I mean, Westworld certainly has some stuff, but I've heard it falls off quite heavily.
Crawled up its own ass, dude. Like, you fucking, the first season is great, and it just fucking donezo. But so the furniture guy gets lost in the back rooms. His therapist has to go find him. She feels obligated to do that.
Yeah, she certainly doesn't have to. There's no
But he had told her, I found these back rooms and I got a map of them, and
she didn't listen. We didn't get into her stuff because she has a backstory of like, hey, her mom like has severe agoraphobia, and like
became catatonic.
And it really does feel like some of that is instilled in her as well, just from growing up that way, based on like the dreams she's having of just like, you will die if you go outside. Like those are that's the recurring element, is like that that opening where they drop a bunch of shit on like them doing the like handprints in the concrete like rules.
Dude, plus I just realized the Backrooms, they're all inside.
Yeah.
The Backrooms, that's an agoraphobe's dream. Yeah.
So yeah, she goes to help him, and she finds his outline on the wall, and then she is beckoned to go through it because a fly flies through it.
Well, she sees that it's possible. Yeah. I don't know that I would notice that. I think I'd be high and just be like, how do you get in here? And the fly would like fly through. I would need a bunch of flies and then a person's hand to reach through and be like, hey, come on.
I do love that. It's a weird thing. And that's how that bird got in there. I'm sure somebody has. Yeah, a bird flew into the store and then through that hole.
No, through a different, because right at the last thing you hear in this movie is somebody going, there's these doors everywhere.
But like, and I'm sure some like dozens of people have talked about this to death or whatever, because that's everything about this movie, I'm sure. But that fly's like her companion and hangs out with her until she gets got, which is very funny.
That's right.
Because like she's wandering for seemingly like miles. Like she is walking for a long time and then finds a weird mural and the fly lands on her shoulder. I was like, is he just hanging out with her?
Yeah, dude, that's what a fly would do. It's like, maybe that person's going to take a shit and I can eat.
Yeah.
But I just realized that like the bird, the pelican or whatever that we see at the beginning, that flew in through a different door, probably, they're setting that up for the squeakquels.
Yeah. And that's like us realizing the opening areas shared with this area is that there's the seagull's dead when the furniture man goes in there for the first time.
So act 1 is him getting into the back rooms. Act 2 is her getting into the back rooms. And act 3 is, whoops, he kidnapped her and he's fucking gotten a little bit kooky in there.
He's a loopy man, and then she's got to get away.
So, and it's when she's knocked out, right, that they do she has a dream remembering her as a kid, and then God damn it.
Yeah, and the sinking.
Fuck all the people that say it's directed by a 19-year-old dude. Like, it's fuck cool. You. You wouldn't do this fucking shit. You wouldn't have thought of that. It's like, honestly, this is what if that movie Us was good to me, Like, this is like Us, but with rooms instead of people.
Much more, a much better constructed version of that movie, certainly. Yeah.
Yes. Us, but with rooms instead of people, because and just
I'm a huge defender of Us, but like it's not a good.
But it's a total mess. It's a mess. It's 2.5 hours long. It's 2.5 hours long. It's like, what the fuck?
But yeah.
So then she's got to get away from him, and this is where we get to a modern horror trope that gets me every time. When the monster is like a double tall guy. They do this at the end of the first Smile. When the tall man comes out of when she's in the house at the end of the first Smile, and it's like the mother or whatever, the Smile monster is all tall.
What about It Follows, when just a tall man walks through a door and you're like, oh
yeah, dude, too tall.
Be that tall.
Yeah, dude, it's like that fucking guy too tall, and it worked in this.
Yeah,
like,
guy too tall.
They really make it work. Like, if you're running away from, like, they do such a good job of something's chasing you in this fucking movie. Like, they've got it figured out. When Chitwell is in there the first time and he finds the tiny little door that he has to crawl through, that sequence of him being chased by what we know from the YouTube videos is a Johnny Five looking robot monster, or one of these room clones.
The bacteria, by the way, which makes it very confusing to look at any posts about this movie, as people will be talking about the bacteria, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what are you guys talking about? And we don't even
see it in this.
I was gonna say, I think we're the same height, as a 6'3" person. What do you feel like when you see somebody who's even like just 6'5"? Because I'm always just like, that person's huge.
I grew up. My brother is 5 inches taller than I am,
that's
or
right.
4 inches taller than I am, and his best friend Sterling is 2 inches taller than him.
Crazy.
And their friend Kyle started for the Gophers and was 7'1". So like I was around people who were between 6 foot and 7 feet tall entire middle school and high school life. So it's not a surprise for me at all. But I do know that and I think you're taller than I am even. I'm 6'2", but you got that tall hair too.
Yeah,
ever since I shaved my head, I lost like half an inch. But yeah, so I am definitely I only get startled when it's somebody over 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And I work above an Equinox Fitness, and it's like where the famous people go. And so you won't just see very short people like Kevin Hart. There'll also be very tall people sometimes. Basketballers and whatnot.
So sometimes that guy from like House of a Thousand Corpses will like walk in and.
Yes. There was a too tall man in that. I don't remember. I just remember Chris Hardwick getting eviscerated at the end, and that's my favorite part of the movie.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, he gets her. They have a session. Big pirate Clark shows up, and he's like, "Hey,
kills
we're
regular
good."
Clark.
He bites him. Saturn devouring his sons him.
Yes, that's and a night. Yeah, like come on.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, he knows. But very good stuff. She runs away. She's got to run through all the back rooms. She has to walk up these weird little stairs with no railings to go to a little tiny door in the ceiling. And then when she opens the door, it just falls off.
The door falls off its hinges. Oh my God. Like, come on, dude. That's fucking really perfect, man. That's perfect. I was like, ooh. Well, what could possibly be scarier than you open the door and there's a monster there? Oh, you open the door and it kind of clumsily falls off. Like,
and we also didn't mention,
we slowly get the introduction of the guy from the League.
Yeah, we slowly get Mark Duplass, footage.
He's like, I recognize that guy from the furniture ad as the guy that I saw in the Backrooms.
He goes, I'm going to ask him to film me at my family home because I have a disease that's going to kill me, and I want to make sure my son has footage of how to throw a ball and stuff. Have you not seen?
What?
Have you never seen Creep? Oh, you should.
No, I've never seen
Creep,
but I have seen the movie where fucking Michael Keaton plays a guy who's dying of cancer, and he makes a video for his kid.
So Creep is basically Mark Duplass is that guy, but he's like, I have to hire a videographer to come out to do that.
He does like 100 of those. Yeah. He made them for no money because it's like, there's like Creep 6 and shit. That guy's so busy.
And he's just like, he turns out to be a creep who kills the people who come out to
help him do his videography. Yeah.
But she goes through that little door in the ceiling. She's escaped the back rooms because she found the furniture store basement. That's great. And then she goes out. Oh, there's that little caveman standee that we didn't mention before that speaks in other languages.
Yes.
And so then she tries to go out the front door, and she's in a room that is the furniture store inside the back rooms.
Oh, and we didn't get into it because you got to see the movie, but set designs off the fucking charts. The warehouse of house fronts where she walks through. Yeah. I mean,
it's truly crazy. Like how good that aspect is. Like, certainly the best part of the movie is the set design stuff. It's
a YouTube director made a movie that really it benefits from being seen in a theater.
Yeah, and it is truly like. They're like, hey, you made all this original stuff in a computer, but wouldn't it be really cool if we made a bunch of just broken rooms that just hang out in the real world? There's stuff sticking out of stuff. But yeah, it's a fake storefront. She gets captured. I mean, Clark gets her and she beats him to death. This is another thing.
With the piece of concrete that had her handprint in it from her childhood home. The one time her mom left the house to put their hand. Yeah. I just realized that now. That's symbolic of her mom leaving. Anyway.
This was also a very funny part of the movie. Is I told you there were people who came into the movie late. So they came in after that scene. And I was like, these people must be so perplexed about why she keeps looking at this weird rock.
Hey, Bam! Why is she looking at that rock? Why is she looking at that concrete in her hand?
It's like, surely at the end of the movie, they're going to give me the backstory on this weird rock she's been holding the whole time.
Well, what you don't know is they've seen the Backrooms 4 times already, and they're like just going to check it out.
She smacks him with the rock so hard it breaks. And then she gets up. She bumps the standee over, which triggers a bunch of alarms and gases and stuff. And then she escapes through a thin poster of movie crack.
Yes.
Into a bunch of...
It's the thing from the trailer. She's doing the trailer.
She escapes into a bunch of the hazmat guys who get her, and then we're at the end of the movie. The async guys. And they're like, hey, we do a whole thing here. And then she's like, they're doing that like closing interview, clearly like still in the back rooms as well, which was just like...
Yeah, because she thinks she's not in the back rooms, but he says here. He refers to the back rooms as here.
And she's just like, you've been there before? And he like does a long knowing glance at the like window into the place. I was like, yeah, you're there. Also, the clouds behind you aren't moving at all. And you like...
Right?
But yeah, it's just
so
like
she's in the back room still.
Yeah.
Do you think he lives in the back rooms and his family and his house and all that stuff is in a back room, or do you think he lives outside the back rooms and commutes in?
Well, I think that was like one of the more interesting things that you could get into is just like how many layers of like real people live there and don't know they live there or whatever, that sort of thing. I assume he commutes in. That's my.
I think that if you're a real, I think if you're a real person in the back rooms, it's easy to tell because you don't have like 6 eyes or whatever. And I do like the idea of the back room reassembling its memories of the people that have been trapped in there.
Yeah.
And it's reassembling their traumas. God, dude, it's fucking good. I can't wait to watch it on video, now that I know where the jump scares are so I can prepare myself. There's only like 2 or 3, but it's too many for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're good. They're effective.
Pretty
good movie.
So good.
Had issues with some of the stuff, but overall, I like it. I'm excited to see
I think
more.
the people who say it was clearly directed by a 19-year-old can suck a fart right out of my ass because you only say that because you fucking know it was directed by a 19. It just looks like
I do agree with that heavily. I've seen much worse movies directed by much older people. Twixt.
Well, yes, Twixt. Twixt? The Backrooms empirically.
Yeah.
Objectively.
Yes.
A better film than Twixt by a 19-year-old by any fucking metric. Also, financially, popularity,
looks like a movie directed by a much older like Twixt reads like a movie directed by a 17, like a
It literally looks like it's flipped.
Student. Like
yes, like a 7, not even a college film student. It looks like it was directed by a child in like a magnet program for film.
It was like, what if she was a vampire? Oh, cool, dude. I don't know,
man.
Let's talk about it for an hour and a half. I guess
the most poorly used cast in the history of cinema. But yeah, so I dug it. Yeah. I dug it.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan. So I got some people talking about it. So we got Are YouTubers the Future of Horror? The director of this is only 20 years old and a YouTuber. I hear they're taking over the business.
Okay.
Someone says 2 or 3 doesn't qualify as taking over, and being a YouTuber doesn't guarantee quality and success.
Also, these people have never read the Bruce Campbell book, If Chins Could Kill, that describes his childhood growing up with Sam Raimi, because no, YouTubers aren't the future of film. People who are making films when they're kids are the future of film. Yeah. And YouTube is just where you do that now for this generation.
Here's a good reply. I mean, this was dog shit. These guys are rich Nepo babies that are paying off critics and using bots to drive attention to their movies.
No. Is Kane Parsons a Nepo baby?
Someone replied, regardless what you think of the movie, I looked up the YouTuber kid and he doesn't appear to be a Nepo baby of any sort. That term has a very specific meaning.
That guy doesn't know what the other guy doesn't know what Nepo baby means. He just means successful kid.
The original poster replies, "He's a video game developer. He's rich as fuck." To which this person replies, "But that's not what Nepo baby means."
Well, yes. Yeah, he's right. That person is that person is technically correct, the best type of correct.
I mean, I don't also think he's rich, or
I don't know. I don't think that when you look at the Backrooms videos, I mean, some of them do have like set pieces and stuff where it's like, I mean, that must have cost him a couple dollars, which is more than anybody else has, I guess. But no, I don't see Nepo baby.
Those old videos were like all just used like assets. Like, from what I've watched, they're all stock footage with a filter, like video game assets, or stuff like that.
Oh yeah, duh. So like they don't have a car that's like half a car and a thing. That's an asset that's a stock
car
footage
and he put
thing.
it half through a wall. I genuinely don't think he is a rich guy. I have no clue, but I don't calling him a video game developer because he made a series of videos with video game programs.
Oh, I thought they were saying
crazy.
his dad. I thought they were saying his dad or his.
No, they're talking about him. I thought they were saying
his dad is a successful. No, well, first off, I'm sorry, but if you're an 18-year-old who's successful enough as a video game developer to make a film, okay, that guy really doesn't know what Nepo baby means. I thought he meant his family was that's rich
like
from video games.
Like Markiplier, like a Nep. And I don't know Markiplier's family. He might be, but. If I'm like, Markiplier's successful on YouTube, Nepo baby, he's got money. I was like, no, I don't know.
That's the guy who directed Obsession?
No, that's the guy who directed Iron Lung.
Oh, yes. Did you like that?
Haven't seen it yet. I want to check it out.
It's on the Plex. I got to get you that Plex.
Give me that Plex.
But it's only 1080, and I watched it once already, and it's very long and grim.
Yeah.
Right? But the whole time I was watching it, I was like, I'm going to have to watch this again in fucking 4K because it's going to look fucking awesome.
This person says, Backrooms is more frightening than any Hollywood movie of the last 10 years. Indie should become the future of horror.
I mean, it's a Hollywood movie. A24 is a big-time Hollywood movie studio. I mean,
it's also I don't think that we can... I think indie... horror are fairly hand in hand, as like Obsession was made for like under $1 million or something. Haven't seen it yet.
Whoa, I want to real bad.
I do too. I'll see it soon. One of the good things I found though is I was trying to dive deep for stuff, so I went to the Backrooms backroomswiki.wiki.com. Anybody got any good Backrooms theories
for the movie?
No, this is pre-movie.
This is just we're going down the spaghetti.
Spaghetti
what's
hole.
It called? Internet spaghetti. The scary sketty.
I've been seeing some community members post a lot of theories here, and I can't help but notice how some of them are really thought-provoking. Just wondering if anyone had any others they wanted to share.
I want to just pause you right there for a second. I'm very good at ignoring things that might be thought-provoking. It's a talent of mine. People can say a thing that person finds thought-provoking. I promise you, I could get through it without being provoked to thought.
Here you go. This is something that's been posted about before, but the theory that you can meet anyone/anything in the Backrooms... because they stretch over all of reality, you could theoretically meet anyone in the Backrooms, dead or alive, because it's possible another version has wandered in from another dimension or reality.
That they make a lot of assumptions in that, if you ask me.
However, the caveat is that they may not be the person you knew/expected. Imagine.
Well, yeah, because they're... Jesus fucking Christ. These people, baby's first multiverse, right? Like baby's first fucking Borges Garden of Forking Paths. Jesus Christ.
Imagine you, male in this example, for theory's sake, meeting your dead father in the Backrooms, but he doesn't remember you because he has a daughter, not a son. Or meeting Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda, but he's kind and a sword master. That's a theory that I would love to see someone do something with.
But hold on. So this guy wants... Whoa. That blew it open. Like, honestly, I thought that person was a dumb dipshit until he said, then you see a video game character in the background. Like, but not only do you see Ganondorf, a video game character in the backrooms, meaning... that this isn't just human realities connected to this, but all conceivable realities, video game and otherwise. And then it's not even the Ganondorf you would expect.
Yes.
It's Backrooms, parallel, backwards, Ganondorf.
He's like Ganondink. It's just like Ganondorf Link.
Fair.
Lanendorf.
I'll cut a big old laugh into that for you, buddy.
Thank you. There it is. Perfect. Here's one. Backrooms is an alive universe. Liminal Echo, The Hearth of Universe, and more says that. There are a lot of examples, but I don't remember. If I remember, I will edit this message.
So these are people who think the Backrooms is real. Is that where we're at now? Are you on because there's two different kinds of message boards, I feel like, for the Backrooms. There's like the 2010 ones where people think, I actually found the Backrooms.
Well, this
and then
is
there's
from April 2025.
Okay, so that could go either way.
So this person says edit. So this is an edit they made. Okay, I really need to edit this message. Then let's start. Backrooms can be compared to a virus in the most basic terms. Just as a virus is a lifeless being when it does not enter a body, we do not know at the moment under what conditions Backrooms will be completely alive. But some levels, level 30, level 148, have more vitality than other levels. The reason why the Backrooms are lifeless is because being immortal is more than being lifeless. Also, if the Backrooms were completely alive, it would consume a lot of energy.
Whoa. Being immortal is more than being lifeless? Oh my God. I don't know anything anymore. I'm questioning everything I've ever known about storytelling.
Also, if the Backrooms were completely alive, it would consume a lot of energy and would spend the dark energy it has, not on the construction of new levels, but on maintaining its own vitality. I think the incident on the first page of Icarus Procedens is a sneaky assassination by the Backrooms to obtain dark energy. If you read articles that I said, you will understand me more.
I'm sure I would. I'm not going to do that. My understanding of you right now, perfect. I have the perfect amount of understanding of that person. I love where I'm at. my relationship to that poster. And I do want to say this whole time, since I have been looking at this Denny's in the Backrooms picture this whole time it's been up in the chat, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can fucking... Wouldn't it be nice to have a meal?
The art for the episode.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a hamburger size, but it's all of those things and you just eat it all? Tiny mozzarella stick.
If you are planning to go into the Backrooms, do you think about Mayor McCheese a bunch for like the week leading up to it to try and like spawn a bunch of Mayor McCheeses in the Backrooms?
I think the Backrooms can see through your tricks. Honestly, I feel like the Backroom would see through that like Teflon, because the Backroom, it's going to get right to the stuff that you don't even want to fuck with. You can't. Come on, dude.
But the reason why the Backrooms are lifeless is because being immortal is more than being lifeless. Have you considered that?
Truly the best black metal lyrics we've gotten out of any of these posts. Being immortal is more than being lifeless. Because here's the thing, what that person doesn't understand is being immortal isn't being lifeless. Being immortal is being deathless, you fucking idiot. Those are two different things. This pen, this, it's not immortal. Like, by that guy's logic, like, this thing is immortal because it's lifeless. No. I take issue with that. Let's rate this shit. Let's put them in the fucking Pentagon.
Into the pentagram.
We're going to light it on fire this time.
Yep.
And we've got a moon's over my Hammy sandwich. I thought I said it wrong, but I actually said it right that time.
Yeah, usually I say it movies over my Hammy sandwich.
Kane Parson Backrooms. I did that when I ordered it. Did I tell you that? I think we talked about that. I said, can I get the movies over my name and sandwich? But she didn't know about the podcast. I was blown away.
That's crazy. How?
It's about your restaurant.
Yeah.
Aren't you Denny?
We've been on the Forbes 30 under 30 episodes.
I was like, 30 under, how's he going to spin this? I know he's 31 or 35 years older, however old he is. But yeah, so now we're going to do our ratings. I think I know which way this is going to go, but it might surprise you.
Yeah. I mean, just one other thing. Did someone dream about the Backrooms sometime?
That was another comment. You got to get us back in there. We'd moved on. I know. I love it.
What a good post title.
I know. Like, has anyone... Read that again.
Did someone dream about the Backrooms sometime?
No, I'm going to use that as an audio
not. Drop. All right. So first off, we've got appearance. What looked better, the movie or the food?
The movie looked better.
Yeah, the movie is
a good-looking movie.
Set design's
They did a
really
good job putting this kid, and I don't feel bad calling him a kid because he's under 21. So he's a fucking kid. Mm-hmm. But I mean that positively.
Can't even drink
they did
at
a good
his
job.
Rap party. Jeez.
Right.
Not that he would want to
one.
because the young people don't drink anymore.
Yeah, and isn't he like Mormon or something? I'm starting that now.
Oh,
Isn't he like a Mormon Nepo baby? He's got all that money from Joseph Smith.
Yeah, he stole all those Legos from that guy.
Yeah, so I read a whole thing about all that. So movie takes it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The movie looks way better than the food. Especially with those new mozzarella sticks they have. What's going on there? Seems like those were found in the back rooms.
Milky. They were like Backrooms versions of mozzarella sticks. Like it just doesn't quite get it.
I ripped a chunk out of the mozzarella stick's tummy, and it's just a big rice ball.
Yeah, we didn't get into detail. We touched around that, but one of the hilarious things at the dinner scene where he's reliving his trauma with her as his wife is he goes, the best thing about these clones, you can eat them. Yeah, and I was just like, what the fuck is that going to look like? He just pulls rice pudding off the guy's tummy. What a great movie. I think it's a great movie.
Yeah, if someone ever posts that clip on YouTube, we got to get in there and reply tummy.
Tummy. Tummy.
If you're listening this far, hit us with an email. It just says tummy.
Yeah, and we'll come to a live show.
Hashtag tummy. Ingredients, food stuff versus the cast and crew.
I gotta give it to the Backrooms again.
Yeah, the cast really killed it on this one. As much as I love ham, eggs, and toast, Chiwetel Ejiofor really did a good job in this one. Really thought he was good. Writing, movie script versus product tie and copy. We didn't really get into the tie and copy, but we don't need to with
Denny's. We've read the Denny's releases before. This goes to the Backrooms, especially because one of the things that I said was particularly thought that the writing worked really well, like above and beyond what like you'd get from necessarily a first time director.
Yeah, and even though like my biggest issue would probably fall into a writing issue, like I still think it's better than Denny's probably.
Oh yeah, and honestly, your issue could come down to how they edit some editing stuff too. There's just a lot of
producer notes as well. I'm sure, hey, we need to explain the Backrooms more.
Hey, this is A24, not your fucking YouTube, motherfucker. This is the big leagues. We made that movie about the goddamn Civil War that sucked shit.
How about I liked Civil War. I thought it was fun.
I thought it was terrible because a big part of what would be important about the Civil War is why did it start and who were the racists.
I mean, that is important.
Alex Garland decided that's not important, and I would say that's the most important part of the whole thing. Otherwise, it's just like, hey, let's do a Call of Duty level where you see the Lincoln Monument and people are shooting guns around it. And yes, objectively, that's kind of cool.
I mean, I think it was a very good look at what it is to be a combat journalist or whatever. And I think that is the main thing of the movie. I just think
it was a movie about combat journalism. They just chose to do it in a way that denies all of fucking history and the problems that we're actually having.
Well, it's also, it's a weirdly fraught time to put out a movie like that. And,
here's an idea. Have it
take place
in Iraq during a war.
Yeah. Or just,
that we understand already. So you don't need to fucking, Jesus Christ, what a nightmare.
yeah,
I was so mad, and I wasn't mad like a lib who's like, you gotta say that it's Trump's fault. No, I think the most important part of a civil war is why it happened. So I don't care about the gun sounds are so real, because you know they got off on that.
Oh, and here a slight addendum to the writing thing, just at Kelsey's suggestion when she was on the episode. Comparing copy versus a movie script is a little limiting, but what if we compared copy to the poster script? So the poster for this one says, "Welcome to the Backrooms." And the tagline, "Don't lose your step. You may never find it again."
That's really good. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah.
Because they never really worry about finding their way back.
Yeah.
But cool.
There's another one that says, "What lies inside?"
Everything. Yeah. Nothing.
That's another good one, because it's hinting that something's lying, right? But also, it's one of those. Also, "You are not supposed to be here." There's a lot of posters for this, and they all got pretty good taglines.
Plus, I do like. I still like the idea of, is the screenplay more effective than the tie-in copy? Because like sometimes we'll have a real bad ineffective screenplay, and like selling a sandwich is easier than that sometimes, you know? But yeah, I definitely like I think that the poster titles, if we were doing it like that, they would still kick the ass out of whatever. Because I've read some Denny's copy recently because I was getting ready to eat the He-Man stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
not spoilers for the He-Man episode.
Spoilers, the He-Man copy sucks, but yeah.
Yeah, and this one, the text is backwards like it is.
Pots.
Is reality even real?
That is Zoomer. That is some Zoomery ass. Like, I love that.
That's honestly the direction I thought the movie was going to try to take at some point.
Is reality even real?
I'm just like, are we out of the back rooms? Yeah.
Are we all in the back rooms?
Mm-hmm.
No, the opening is not in the back rooms. No. Oh, okay.
Okay,
cool.
Thank you.
There was a real world outside the back rooms.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Good. It's good to know. I was just wondering. How did it sit with you? Did it leave you thinking versus did it leave you pooping? I've never had like a bad sitting with me experience from the Moons Over My Hammy sandwich, but I don't know, this one leaves me thinking about how I would want to change the one thing and how much I like the other stuff. And, you know,
I would say the movie left me thinking more than the food left me thinking or pooping.
Yes. Good. And then finally, to my taste, which is more to your taste, a Denny's Moons Over My Hammy sandwich or this film?
I'm gonna have to give this one to the sandwich.
Interesting.
Because I think that as much as I want to say, oh, the spooky liminal space stuff, I did enjoy it on the internet when it first happened and whatnot, but it's not 100% my jam. And it did have like, so because of my anxiety stuff, right? Very tense movies can be just a miserable experience for me to watch, because I'm just fucking like, and it's cheap. Like, it's not just a good tense movie like this, but like very cheap, bad tense movies tend to fucking evoke the same reactions in me.
Sure.
And then the jump scares, even though there's only a few. So it's definitely better than The Sandwich. It's a better movie than The Sandwich is a good sandwich, but The Sandwich is still more to my taste. And not to recycle the same thing I said 2 weeks ago, and which I know because I just edited it yesterday. I did order The Sandwich with some changes, so it was exactly to my taste. So it's hard for me to fucking not trying to repeat the bit, that. But my hands are. My hands are tied.
I get it. You couldn't order this movie to your taste. That sandwich, you know, I like breakfast food, but it's never been my favorite meal of the day. That's a good one of them. But horror's always been my wheelhouse. I do like the whole
I get that vibe from you.
Yeah.
Like the first time that we met, your white face paint, the black leather, like all the chains and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, this guy This is a spooky guy right here. I mean, he's definitely wrestling with the beast inside of him, you know?
Yeah. I'm always wrestling with that beast. And, you know, these movies are a great outlet for that, you know. And I just thought this is a good one. I heavily enjoyed it.
Also a good outlet for that, wrestling.
Yep, which I definitely do as well.
Get out there. Oh, are you a wrestling guy?
Oh, yeah.
Big AEW guy?
No, I do. I go and wrestle stuff.
Oh, you go. Yeah. And so you don't even wrestle people. Yeah, you wrestle
stuff. People.
So you would be right at home in the back rooms. You'd be wrestling a pot sign.
Oh, I'd
You'd
go
be wrestling
find
a chair.
Clark, and I'd be like, I'm going to break that little wooden stick you got, dummy.
I just realized that all this stuff is squished together and weird because the Backrooms is building it from memories and it's not perfect.
Yeah, dummy. What are you talking about? You just realized that?
I look forward to watching this on video.
Yes, video. But yes, I will give the Backrooms the full 5 out of 5.
Whoa! 5 Sammys out of Sammy?
Yes, 5 Sam. That's our new ranking, I guess.
5 Sammys out of Sammy?
And that... Come pick up your trophy, Kane Parsons.
I'm sure he lives in LA. I could bring it to him.
Yeah. Send us a message. We'll be over to your door with it.
Kane, I want you to note that while a lot of people on bluesky.com, the social network, were saying that this movie was clearly directed by a 19-year-old and they were being derogatory about it, I want you to know that Adam Wardall Quinnell, was defending you, saying, no, it's just a good first feature from somebody who made a lot of decent short form found footage videos.
Yeah, if there is only one person that says that they don't think this movie was directed by a 19-year-old, even though they know that it was, but they just wouldn't phrase it that way, that person is me. If there are 0 of, I don't remember what I said, then I am dead.
I knew so soon after you started that you were doing the if I'm this, then it's this, if it's that, then I'm dead. But goddamn, that was so good. And hey, so it takes it. Yeah. The movie takes it. It's looking like we're running out of time, so no game.
No game.
I mean, no game, which is fine. This whole thing, life is a game. The Backrooms themselves are but a game.
Yeah. Are we in them? Who knows? We'll have to see the sequel.
We aren't. I'm in a real world.
What if the sequel
not in the Backrooms.
Has a part where the camera pulls out and it shows you in the theater in a Backrooms?
Well, that would be awesome. Okay, so I would be like, oh shit, and then I blow my fucking brains out. Honestly, I wouldn't have.
Just immediately.
I'm glad I have my gun at the movies for this. I thought when I brought my gun to the movies, I had a totally different idea,
different plan for the day.
Anyway, that's Movies Over My Hammy. If you got to email us something that's going on, it's at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, at gmail.com. That's also in the bumper. And please leave us a review on iTunes. That helps, or wherever. Oh, yeah. I'm told that also helps. But hey, thanks for coming to the Backrooms with us, gang.
Ooh. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Movies Over My Hammy. If you know of a promotional item or have literally anything else of interest that we should know about at Movies Over My Hammy headquarters, you can email the podcast at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, at gmail.com. And please, for the love of Satan, like, subscribe, rate, review, tell everybody you know about this podcast. We're counting on you. Everything is going to be okay.